You're watching the new home for live Grizzly athletics on the Grizzly Digital Network. We would like to thank our corporate sponsors who have made today's game possible. For more information, log on to grizzlyathletics.com. Now, here's voice of the Grizzlies, Matt Mahoney.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Grizzlies Live in Newk City. I'm your host, Matt Mahoney, on a beautiful day here in Gwinnett County. Glad to have everybody aboard as we start to get geared up for our spring season, and we welcome aboard our head men's and women's tennis coach, Chase Hodges.
Doing great.
2 days?
You didn't ask me what I'm doing.
2 days? Are we ready?
No, we're not ready. We're not ready at all. No, we're definitely ready to go Friday. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. Some news yesterday came across the wire, whatever it's worth, preseason NAIA poll. We figured men's and women's both still number one. Any surprises there from that poll?
Not really. I think, they just based it off of last year. So for both teams to be number one, I think that's kind of where we expected to start. But, now you just want to stay there. There's no where to go, but you just want to stay at one and hopefully maintain that ranking.
We'll talk about the women's team first. On women's tennis,
Right.
Obviously you've got 3 pairs of doubles and then 6 courts you're going to play on the women's side. But you got 4 returners from that national championship team last year. How have they started to mix in with the new players, the newcomers?
Yeah, they're doing well. The women's program, all in all, it's nice to have that mix of returners coming back, and we have some really strong newcomers. I feel that the team is actually a little bit stronger than they were last season, and that's one of the attributes to Valeria Pota, our top player. She's really done a good job. She's one of our captains. She's done a good job really just working with the girls, as well as Helga Panonies, one of our newcomers, was elected a captain, and we're looking for big things out of her as well.
What's great about I don't know if it's great, you tell me, no freshmen, no seniors, so everybody's sandwiched right there in the middle. Does that create some camaraderie, or where do you find your leadership from?
Yeah, I think it creates camaraderie. I know that one of the good things for us is the fact that we're going to have these players for a couple years. So this will be the same team that we're going to have, and it's going to give us a good shot to really develop it. I know that with the women's team in particular, right now we've really been focusing in on doubles and going to find those right combinations for Point on Friday and Middle Georgia on Sunday. Give
me a name. You might have already done it as a newly elected captain, but give me a name we may not know now that we'll know here pretty soon.
Clara Donalova. She is a transfer for us from South Carolina State. Unfortunately, she's been sick here lately. Hopefully she'll get well. But I do know just from seeing her practice in the fall and what she did at the Division I level last season, expect her to be a big impact player.
Matched her up with Valaria a couple times in the fall as you went forward in some tournaments. They did pretty well too. Right. Do you have an idea what your doubles pairs are going to look like today? But is that necessarily the case it's going to be at the end of the year?
Well, you pretty much take it match by match, and I've been one to change everything every match. So it's not one of those things where if I put you with someone, you're stuck with them the entire year. We'll see how those combinations work, and if you're winning matches, we'll keep you together. If you're not, then we'll find a combination that's going to work.
What's important when you look at matches? Is it how they communicate, or is it maybe the best player with your second best player? What do you look for in those things?
It's really communication, making sure that both players are on the same page, and strategy is huge in doubles, so it's one of those things where sometimes you have someone who communicates more and someone is a little more quiet, so you really got to make sure the personalities match up, and that's something that we make sure we do.
And absolutely, it's a big weekend for tennis, and we'll get to the women's schedule here in just a minute and everything that's going on. Let's turn the page over to the men's side here.
Right.
Men's side's really young, 4 freshmen, 2 sophomores, 2 juniors, and again, no seniors. Is that good or bad?
I love it. We're going to have the same team here for the next couple years. We have no seniors. The team did elect 2 captains, Jordan Cox and Matthias Ateem. So those 2 gentlemen are our captains. Got a small squad, not many guys on the team, only 7 guys on the roster. So we'll be playing with fire a little bit. We got to stay healthy. But the positive of that is we're really getting better every day because everybody knows that they're going to play a big impact on our team. And I think the improvement has been significant.
We've seen a little bit of Tony and Lachlan, a couple of freshmen in the fall, but is there another name out there that we're going to get to know and love on the men's side?
Yeah, Kevin Confederak. He's going to be a heck of a player for us. I know that Kevin, being from Argentina, along with Tony Licata and Matthias Ateem, he's going to fit in well with the team that we have. it's kind of different in terms of this year. On the men's side, we only have 3 countries represented: the United States, Australia, and Argentina. I'm used to having 7 or 8.
Right.
So we only have those 3 countries, and I feel really good about this group and how they're meshing into well together. I think all the guys genuinely like each other, and it's a very positive team climate that we have.
You talked about the chemistry. Does that make it easy? It's a smaller group, it's a tighter group, but now your doubles, you got some more interchangeable parts there?
Yeah, it does make it easy. I mean, when the guys get along and they're friends on and off the court, it makes my job a lot easier. And we have a good group of guys that are relatively low maintenance. I mean, they just go out and play, which is great.
You've been hard at it with the 6 a.m. workouts. We've seen the tweets and all the great things going on. They got to be excited about this huge weekend. We're going to put Colin to work here. Let's take a look at this schedule. Friday, men's and women's tennis are going to play point at 2 o'clock. And so, again, that's both men's and women's going to take on point there. Big day for them. And they're going to turn right back around on Saturday. The guys are taking on Division I Citadel. I mean, I'm reading that correctly, right? 10 a.m. Saturday morning, we're taking on Division I Citadel.
We are. This isn't something new to us. We did play Tennessee Tech last year, another Division I. We're able to take care of business. Hoping to do the same with Citadel. They got a legendary coach in Chuck Creasy, who I'm good friends with, and looking forward to seeing the guys go to battle.
And then the guys will wrap up their 3rd game in 3 days on Sunday. They'll take on Middle Georgia again, another early one at 10 a.m.
Yeah, that'll be men and women there.
What are you looking for? Just go on the men's side. What are you looking to gain out of this weekend?
Looking to be 3-0.
Yeah.
That's you want to take it one at a time, but obviously we need to take care of a point. But ultimately, to answer your question, really we're just looking to better prepare ourselves for USC, Aiken, and Lander, who's coming in next week, who's very good, both those teams. So I think this is the perfect setup for us. These three teams will push us, and I know that the guys will be ready.
Let's plug the women real quick too as well. Again, the girls will play, or the women I should say, will play Friday, same time, 2 o'clock versus Point. The season debut for a lot of the Grizzlies. Be sure to check them out at the GGC tennis facility, and the girls will also play Sunday versus Middle Georgia again, Sunday morning, 10 a.m. bright and early with Grizzly tennis.
Yep.
What can we expect out of those 2 matches for the women?
I think both those matches are, they're both against NAI opponents. So, we're basically putting that ranking on the line right out of the gates. If we don't take care of business, that number 1's not going to be next to our name. So I think the girls are going to be playing with a little bit of pressure, and hopefully they'll be able to handle that. So it's going to be a great situation to see kind of what they're made of. It's a whole different game when you see them compete.
Right.
You can't really gauge practice versus competition. I'm looking forward to seeing our new girls compete and see what they're made of.
Let's do the math real quick. 5 matches in 3 days. It all starts this Friday, 2 o'clock, GGC Tennis Facility. I begged you all year long last year to go see our tennis program and how good they were. They ended up winning 2 national championships, so now you got no excuses. Check them out, GGC Tennis Facility all weekend long. We didn't even talk about baseball. It's just tennis going on this weekend.
I know, it's a big weekend.
It's going to be awesome. Chase, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
What we're going to do right now is we're going to introduce both our men's and women's tennis programs as we meet the Grizzlies and we go to a break here. You're watching Grizzlies Live at Newk Eatery on the Grizzly Digital Network.
Chiara Di Salvo, Córdoba, Argentina.
Clara Dohnalova, Sinec, Czech Republic.
I'm Helga Pianis Haltenhoff. I'm from Spain, Barcelona.
My name is Valeria Poda and I'm from Leidendorp in the Netherlands.
My name is Luma Schwab. I come from Yverdon-les-Bains in Switzerland.
Victoria Svensson, Sundsvall, Sweden.
Judith Francine van Vrijenhoven from Driebergen, the Netherlands.
Laura Grace Wiener and I'm from Nelson, New Zealand.
Justin Bird, I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
Connor Clements, Charleston, South Carolina.
My name is Jordan Cox and I'm from Sarasota, Florida.
I'm Matias Adam, I'm from Argentina.
My name is Kevin Confederac, I'm from Buenos Aires, Argentina.
My name is Tony Licata and I'm from Argentina, Buenos Aires.
I'm Lachlan McPhee, I'm from Brisbane, Queensland, Australia.
Luke Morland, I'm from Gold Coast, Queensland, Australia.
Are you tracking the very latest with Grizzly Athletics? Stay up to date by following Grizzly Athletics on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. You can join the conversation by using the hashtag Grizzly Athletics all season long. And as always, catch all the recaps, stats, and news on grizzlyathletics.com. Don't be left out. Follow all the latest with Grizzly Athletics online.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Grizzlies Live at Newk Eatery. We're joined now by head men's baseball coach, Brad Stromdahl. Coach,
Matt,
how we doing?
Well, yourself?
We're hanging in there, getting ready.
Good.
Big weekend, man. Is there pressure around this Friday, or is it you're just excited to roll the ball out there?
Yeah, there's no pressure. It's time to play, and that's the best part about it. We don't have to practice ourselves anymore, and we get to play somebody else.
You have almost 50-50 split right down the middle with your roster. 15 returners from last year's team and 16 new transfers. Is it just a matter of let's see what we got this weekend and how they intermix?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a lot of those new guys are on the position player side of things, and we have a couple of new kids that are obviously on the pitching staff. But for the most part, we return a lot of the pitchers. So it's really getting the offensive guys kind of just into the flow of the game, into the flow of how we play the game, how the game's played the right way, and working within our offense. And plus, it's an opportunity for us to see who really is going to hit 1, 2, 3, or who's better fit the 6 hole or the 7 hole as opposed to the 1 or 2. So it's really us just kind of working out what kind of lineup works best, and really take it from there. So.
And obviously, this is perfect, right? What I wanted to get to. Obviously, if we had to play today, we could make a 9-man roster, 9-man lineup. Okay, how many of those 9 spots are kind of locked in, or how many, like you said, we're going to fluctuate to find the best 9?
You know what? It kind of ebbs and wanes throughout the course of the season. You could have 9 guys locked in, and one guy goes down with a little tweak of this, and you kind of got to shift guys around to play a different position. But kind of the general rule of thumb is that you don't want to make too many positions uncomfortable. So if you have a shortstop and second baseman that are really comfortable at shortstop and second base, you don't want to put one of those guys at third, and then now you have a guy that's uncomfortable at third and at short.
Absolutely.
So you try to do that. Same thing outfield wise, same thing catching wise, and then really you could relate that also to pitching staff. Who's really comfortable out of the pen, or who can recover. It's kind of, we're trying to stick to I guess narrow quadrants with moving guys around. So the answer to that is everybody can play everywhere, and let's figure out who plays the best.
Give me a position that we got 3 games this weekend. You could start 3 different guys on 3 different days at that position. What's a job that's up in the air?
I don't know if there's really a job up in the air. I think it's more a matter of who is going to play more consistently than the other guys. And some of the young guys coming in are very, very talented, but do they know as much as one of the seniors who has 350, 400 at-bats under their belt? The freshman or the sophomore might be a little bit more talented, but they don't know the speed of the game, the skill of the game for at least a little while. And so it's a matter of getting those kids into situations where they can be successful right away, as opposed to kind of throwing them to the dogs and having them fail. So
speaking of throwing them to the dogs, you do have 10 seniors on this team. Who has stepped up in that kind of leadership role? Because again, we know 15, 16 seniors that graduated last year. It's a lot of turnover.
Well, we are one of our catchers transferred from Southern Poly. Brian Jacobs is the leader behind the plate, and he's teaching Brady Shop, who's the freshman behind the plate. So we have 2 guys that are definitely in good leadership positions. Let's see how they kind of come out. We have Arsenio Watlington, who's a senior, playing in the outfield right now. He also can play in the infield, so he's going to lead us. And then really we have a great core group of pitchers that, from Alex Roberts to Jeremy Holcomb, Sheldon Connor, Turnip Seed on the backside. Austin Smith. We have so many guys that are veterans, saw World Series experience last year. So I don't know if there's 1 or 2 guys right now that come to the forefront. It's just a matter of let's see who actually does.
You talked about Brian Jacobs back there behind the plate. Who's going to be throwing to him these first 3 games? Do we have an idea of projected starters?
We do. Alex Roberts will start the first game, and then Jeremy Holcomb will start the second game, and Sheldon will start the third game right now.
Any of those guys on a pitch count, limited action?
Yeah, we'll probably go between 60 to 80 pitches. It just depends on how they're going, and the great thing about those guys, we know exactly where they've been. We know how they pitch. We know what happens when they get tired. So we're not looking to go 100, 110 pitches with them right away. That happens towards the end of the year when they're stamina's built up and their strength is there and their arm is healthy. So we're gonna see it, give multiple guys many opportunities and see who does well.
Is that what you're looking forward to this weekend? Obviously getting out there and competing and see how they react in the fire, but 3 games in 2 days. It's a weekend series with Blue Mountain. Yep. Everybody's going to get a shot.
Oh, there's no question. And, you know, doubleheaders, 2 9-inning doubleheaders is always a tough gig. It's, you know, we haven't been on our feet but 1 or 2 times this year for that amount of time. I mean, you're on your feet for 8 or 10 hours out there. You know, you're hungry, your food, and there's just so many different factors that go into it. So, you know, we'll put those people in the position to be most successful, and we'll see what happens.
We'll dive right into it again this Friday. We're going to play the single on Friday at 3 o'clock at the Grizzly Baseball Complex versus Blue Mountain, and then we'll have the doubleheader on Saturday for you, January 31st at 1 o'clock. And again, you can catch every inning, every pitch right here on the Grizzly Digital Network. Don't tell Chase, Coach, but I'm looking forward to getting back to my favorite seat on
That's
campus.
That's we're looking forward to talking with you after the game, too.
All right.
The players, for sure. I don't want to talk
the Grizzly of the game, the post game is coming
back.
back.
I don't want to talk them. So you should tell the fans that I only talk after a loss.
Yeah, well, a little inside in the post-game interviews. Hopefully, after wins, we get the Grizzlies on there. Losses, we console with Coach.
We want lots of players up there.
Lots of players. Looking forward to having 3. Well, I guess it's 2 days. So 2 interviews in 2 days. Looking forward to
Absolutely.
it. Coach, thanks for dropping by.
Matt.
Appreciate it. We'll take a break, and as we go to commercial, let's go ahead and meet the 2015 Grizzly baseball squad as we go to commercial break right here at Grizzlies Live in Newk City on the Grizzly Digital Network.
Marcus McCorkle, shortstop, Lawrenceville, Georgia.
Andy 3, pitcher, Atlanta, Georgia.
Brady Shop, catcher, Flowery Branch, Georgia.
McLennan Hill, shortstop, Columbus, Georgia.
Arsenio Watlington, middle infield, St. Thomas, Virgin Islands.
Ernesto Vasquez, I play shortstop, Guanica, Puerto Rico.
William Pascal, third base, Norcross, Georgia.
Heath Duran, pitcher, Augusta, Georgia.
Trey Haygood, center field, Valdosta, Georgia.
Christian Turnipseed, closer, Powder Springs, Georgia.
Casey Collins, pitcher, Lawrenceville, Georgia.
Tyler Oglesby, pitcher, Savannah, Georgia.
Brian Perganis, right-handed pitcher, Loganville, Georgia.
I'm Matt Mensch, right-handed pitcher from Orlando, Florida. Jeremy Holcomb, pitcher, Griffin, Georgia.
My name's Austin Smith, left-handed pitcher from McDonough, Georgia. Brian Jacobs, catcher, Loganville, Georgia.
Davis Atkins, I'm a pitcher. I'm from Cordell, Georgia.
Tyler Abbott, first base outfield, Milton, Georgia.
Michael Hodorowski, outfield, Kennesaw.
Jake Wright, right field, pitcher, Covington, Georgia.
Jared Woods, infield from Zebulon, Georgia.
Josh Mullis, pitcher from Elko, Georgia.
Alex Roberts, pitcher, Dalton, Georgia.
Ryan Mintier, pitcher, Venetia, Pennsylvania.
Kyler Turman, outfield, Augusta, Georgia.
Joseph Boatwright, pitcher from Augusta, Georgia.
Ryan Turner, I'm a pitcher, Douglasville, Georgia.
Jamie McKnight, first base, Douglasville, Georgia. Giovanni Cruz, right-handed pitcher from Grayson, Georgia.
Sheldon Connor, pitcher, Duluth, Georgia.
Grizzly fans, you can purchase your season passes today. Packages are available for the fall or spring or all sporting events. You can find out more information by calling the Office of Athletics at 678-407-5275 or by visiting the game day ticket window. Single game discounts are available on game day, including youth, senior, military, and group rates. Tickets are selling fast as the Grizzlies take the field. We invite you to come experience fast-paced collegiate athletics at a friendly price. Visit grizzlyathletics.com for more information and be sure to purchase your season tickets today.
As a member of the NAIA, Georgia Gwinnett College is responsible for the actions of its coaches, student-athletes, faculty and staff, fans, boosters, and alumni. We are committed to the principle of institutional control and operate in our athletics program in a manner consistent with the letter and spirit of the NAIA and Georgia Gwinnett College. We expect our student-athletes to be model students in the classroom by offering academic support services in a variety of ways throughout their collegiate career. From study halls and tutoring to mentoring and personal growth and development training, GGC puts academic success at the forefront of our mission. Go Grizzlies!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Grizzlies Live at Newk's Eatery here. We're joined now by head softball coach, Ken Ihlenburg. Coach, how are we doing today?
Top of the afternoon to you, Matt.
I'm doing well. How did you enjoying your lunch here at Newk's a little bit?
Yeah, it's Wednesdays with Elizabeth. We love coming to Newk's for everybody.
How has practice been going? A little bit colder temperatures rolling in? The team kind of coming together a little bit?
We are, you know, and I know I said these things in the past that when the weather's cold and you have to practice in it, there's no better word than miserable. However, this is our season. So we've got to fight through it. You know, some days it's a little worse. You know, there was a rain kind of sleet day that I was like, yeah, this is for the birds. And so we went inside, but there are other days that, yesterday it was cold, but we were very productive in our scrimmage.
You've got a deeper team than last year. This year you've got 11 returners mixed with, 10 newcomers, yes. 39 wins last year. You talked about, can we build and improve? How's the chemistry coming together with that team, with the old and the new?
Yeah, we are doing a great job at really getting the group together. And I say we, the athletes are. We've got this pairing we do on the team called BEARS, and they stand for Bonded, Empowered, Accountable, Reliable Sisters. Okay. So it really fosters that you've got that one person no matter what, that you're going to just lock in and she's I'm going to hold you accountable. Mm-hmm. And so implementing the BEARS in the spring has really helped certain players who might not have really felt like they had a place go, at least I've got one person on my side no matter what. And that's been great.
So is it safe to say you've got an older group leading a younger group versus you can rely on 2 or 3 seniors to lead the way?
Yes, and it really, sometimes I have junior transfers come in and I have juniors paired with them. It's more the experience within the program as opposed to the age within the program. Gotcha. Because I can put a sophomore with a junior transfer, but the sophomore has a year of experience and has played, so she understands the ropes of the program.
Yeah, absolutely, learning the ropes. In terms of on the field, you really got to be happy about returning Ashley Bikey and Kayla Byram inside the center circle, and of course an All-American and Cassie Littlefield is going to help out a little bit too.
It's nice to have Cass back. She does okay.
Have you raised their level of expectations coming from last year to this year, and hopefully they lead the charge on the field?
100%. We really talk in terms of accountability, but talk in terms of what is your chapter you're writing right now. Mm-hmm. And so I have 5 seniors, and I get to look at them every day and say, chapter 14 is done, this is chapter 15. And start writing it down, because you can have it finished today. You could walk away and quit. And what would someone coming in who never got to play with you and never knew you get to say about you? So that's a really lofty idea. Within the practice world, it's Kayla leading the charge with the pitchers. It's Cass leading the charge with the infielders. She's been on both corners, so she's having to learn a little different at third. It's Bikey. She continues to be a hitter for us. She'll surprise us a little bit. She's had 6 at-bats, I think, in her career, but if she gets some at-bats this year, she's taken every opportunity in scrimmages to hit. So she might add a dimension to her repertoire.
Very nice. Of the 9 positions on your starting lineup, how many of those do you think are locked in, or how many positions are still yet to be won?
It's funny, I could tell you that you have 3 outfielders, I have 4 players who could start.
Fair enough.
I have 4 infielders, I could have 5 infielders who could start.
Fair enough.
So people are really stepping up and they're fighting to earn those positions. Like I said, we've been scrimmaging like mad, and at the scrimmages we get to see who brings it every day.
We see a lot of the footage of you guys doing a lot of scrimmaging here.
Yeah.
And so have you figured out who has kind of that mean streak in them that wants to win every single day, every time they step out there?
Yeah, there's a lot of players that really step up. I mean, Brittany Bruns, coming off her injury last year, does not want to sit on the bench again this year, so she fights. Jordan Phones, 2-year starter in center field. She's got a huge battle going on right now with Tori Heineman. And really, Jordan's had to learn the corner outfield positions, because I don't know if she's going to be able to outrun Tori.
Right.
But that puts someone with 2 years of experience on the corners of my outfield, and I've got Mary Burke, and I've got Brittany Bruns, and I've got Abby Halsey, all players who can play other positions in the outfield.
Right.
So it's exciting and challenging.
Absolutely. It motivates everybody to play their best.
Yes.
Ooh, give me a name. You might have already done it here. Give me a name we don't know right now, but we'll know really soon.
Tori Heineman really is a player we might start to learn. She's very quiet. She's not going to be loud and right at you, maybe like a Cassidy who's fiery, or Alicia Fields who's fiery. But she's a very business-oriented softball player. Comes out, always tight, plays the game hard, plays the game smart, and she's fun to watch at practice.
Absolutely. This team, hopefully we see more wins. One more, right? One more win, one more strike, one more rep in the weight room. And so we're looking to forward to following this team here. We talked about maybe one more player. We've got more depth on this team than last year. What can you accomplish between now and that first game on February 10th?
Sure. Between now and February 10th, there's an amount of earning it that's going to happen. And like I said, we look at 12 to 14 of the 21, and I'm confident that they could start a game. If I had to start Friday like Coach Stromdahl, I'd be ready to go. And you don't always feel good about it, like you'd be ready to go.
Yeah.
And so I really know that of the athletes, the few that are still developing, the heart and the drive is there. And so I hope to be at 21 by the end of February 9th.
Yeah, fair enough. And Coach, I appreciate your patience here. We've got a big weekend coming up.
We do.
8 games in 3 days between tennis and baseball, but I promise you, this time next week, we'll start to hone in on softball.
We're good.
So I appreciate it.
We'll keep working.
Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it.
Take care, Matt.
We'll take a break. We'll come back and put a nice little bow on this show. This is Grizzlies Live at Newk's Eatery on the Grizzly Digital Network. Good stuff.
As a member of the NAIA, Georgia Gwinnett College is responsible for the actions of its coaches, student-athletes, faculty and staff, fans, boosters, and alumni. We are committed to the principle of institutional control and operating our athletics program in a manner consistent with the letter and spirit of the NAIA and Georgia Gwinnett College. We expect our student athletes to be model students in the classroom by offering academic support services in a variety of ways throughout their collegiate career. From study halls and tutoring to mentoring and personal growth and development training, GGC puts academic success at the forefront of our mission. Go Grizzlies!
Hello, I'm Dr. Darren Wilson, Director of Athletics at Georgia Gwinnett College. Our administrators, coaches, and staff are proud to be one of the newest members in the NAIA. We aim to uphold the NAIA Champions of Character principles by promoting a positive climate for growth while fostering relationships within Georgia Gwinnett College, Lawrenceville, and Gwinnett County. In addition, we embrace our core values for the Grizzly Athletic Department: sportsmanship, leadership, service, responsibility, and pursuing excellence. Our mission is to develop lifelong leaders of character through academic and athletic excellence. Go Grizzlies!
Grizzly fans, you can purchase your season passes today. Packages are available for the fall or spring or all sporting events. You can find out more information by calling the Office of Athletics at 678-407-5275 or by visiting the game day ticket window. Single game discounts are available on game day, including youth, senior, military, and group rates. Tickets are selling fast as the Grizzlies take the field. We invite you to come experience fast-paced collegiate athletics at a friendly price. Visit grizzlyathletics.com for more information and be sure to purchase your season tickets today.
Welcome back to the show here, folks. Glad to have everybody aboard. And again, this is going to be your home for all the inside information of Grizzly athletics right here on the Grizzly Digital Network. We get things fired up this Friday at 3 o'clock. Baseball at home, the Grizzly Baseball Complex versus Blue Mountain. 3-game weekend set. We'll play 1 game on Friday, 2 games on Saturday, and we'll get it all started on Saturday at 1 o'clock. Pre-game shows will start 15 minutes before the scheduled start time. So again, go ahead and file save that favorites page, whatever you're going to do. Grizzly Digital Network, keep it locked all weekend long right here. Men's tennis also in action starting this Friday, 2 o'clock versus Point. They defend their preseason #1 rankings. Men's tennis will go right back at it again on Saturday, bright and early, 10 a.m. versus Division I Citadel. I am really looking forward to that match, and you should too. Head on out to the GGC tennis facility, and then men's tennis will wrap up 3 matches in 3 days on Sunday morning, 10 o'clock versus Middle Georgia. That will also be part of a doubleheader, but the women will start their season on Friday as well, 2 o'clock versus Point. Judith von Fraenhoven and the rest of the ladies will get going there at the GGC tennis facility. They'll take Saturday off. They'll be back at it Sunday, also part of a dual match with the men's team, 10 a.m. on Sunday against Middle Georgia. Whew, did you get all that? Oh, don't forget, February 10th, softball starts their season at home versus Reinhardt. Again, tickets on sale now. Log on to grizzlyathletics.com where you can pick it up at the ticket booth on game day as well. Tweet of the week comes at you from our good friend Cody Butler, who I believe he has some sort of countdown on his phone, and he took a screenshot of it and tweeted it out. First pitch of the 2015 season is approaching. Again, that's going to be tennis at 2 o'clock on Friday, baseball 3 o'clock on Friday as well. As always, your regular scheduled Grizzlies Live every Wednesday, 12 o'clock right here at Newk Eatery. Glad to have everybody aboard. Packed house too behind us, so come on out, meet the coaches and the Grizzlies as well every Wednesday right off of Lawrenceville, Suwanee Road and Duluth Highway. Did I get everything? Marissa with a thumbs up. Colin, thumbs up. Clay with a thumbs up back here in the background. We appreciate everybody tuned in here. For our entire cast and crew, I'm Matt Mahoney signing off saying so long, everybody. This is Grizzlies Live at Newk Eatery on the Grizzly Digital Network. See you on Friday.
We'd like to thank all of our corporate sponsors who have made today's game possible. You can watch this game and previous games by clicking the On Demand tab at the top of the page. In addition, you can watch coaches' shows and weekly feature stories all on the Grizzly Digital Network by clicking the On Demand tab as well. For the latest information, including game recaps, schedules, and so much more, visit grizzlyathletics.com.